If you're new, I'm Hannah with Frugal for Two, and today's video is going to be all about cleaning, cooking, fails, and fun. Today we're going to be getting creative with making a burrito bake, which is what I'm calling the things that I slapped together to try to use up some black beans that my grandmother gave me for free. So I'm not a huge fan of black beans, not a huge fan of beans in general, so I had to find a creative way to incorporate them into a recipe so I would actually eat them. My husband's not as picky as I am, but he does like things to be spicy. And there are certain things he doesn't like, so it was a challenge for me to try and figure this out. In the meantime, real life cleaning happens, and I'm also going to be sharing meals of the week. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to the video! Okay, so I know it's a little bit hard to see, but these are black beans. I have had these sitting in my pantry for quite some time now, and I'm going to use them tomorrow for something. I'm not sure what I'll use them in yet, but I do know that they need to be used up, so I am soaking them overnight, and I shall say, see you tomorrow. Alright, so today is Saturday, and today I'm planning on using those beans that have been soaking overnight. But first things first, it is very hard to cook creatively when your kitchen is an absolute disaster area. All these counters need to be wiped down, things put away, dishes done. Mostly the dishes though, because it's very hard to cook when you have a very small set of pots, pans, and dishes and none of them are washed. So here I am trying to just get things in order. All good. Gotta get those dishes done. Okay, here we are the next day. They have been soaking overnight, and now we will drain them and cook them. And here enters my husband, the comedian, who's pretending like he didn't know the camera was there. But really, he was just trying to make me laugh. He came in for tea. Here I am showing him our second dish rack, while he impatiently waits for the tea. He drinks a lot of things, but tea is one of his favorites. Meanwhile, my beans are boiling over, and he breaks the string off his tea. It's quite hard to use tea bags when the little papers on the end of the string break off. But he got his tea. And then he discovered that the cup was leaking. he continued to complain about this for several minutes because he could not figure out where it was leaking from. Turns out it wasn't actually leaking. It was just steam. Okay. The beans are finally cooked. And we're just gonna drain those out. I don't know how you normally drain beans, but I figured a strainer was the best way to go. I'm not experienced at cooking beans. So now we're going to start making something for those beans. So first I pulled out some Spanish rice, and I'm just gonna get that cooking on the burner there. I figured Spanish rice, black beans, sounds good. I've also got some rotel there, and we're missing some footage here because my computer died on me, but I started mixing in the hot rotel with habaneros in it with that Spanish rice, added in some hamburger, and started making our spicy burrito bake. Start with tortillas, add that rice mixture in on top of there in a thin layer, just enough to cover the tortillas. Don't want it too thick or it just won't cook all the way through. And then you're going to add some black beans in there. I was a little sparse with it because I wasn't sure how much we were going to like the beans. And then, of course, a hefty layer of Fiesta cheese. And of course, I did this in 2 layers. You could, of course, do more layers, but that's about how much this casserole dish was going to take. And I wasn't sure about it. So, I knew there was cheese on there, so I wanted to cover it in aluminum foil. And once it cooked for about 40 minutes, there is the finished product. Saturday's dinner. You can see the layers there. It was far too spicy for me, but Dustin loved it. Here we are on Monday with broccoli and chicken and Brussels sprouts and chicken. Sunday was chicken and fries. Didn't get a chance to film that. Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. Yes, you are looking at dinner because my pots are currently sitting in there and they are just dirty as can be from yesterday, and I am too tired and hungry to go and clean them, and cereal was just the simplest solution. And my husband's having leftovers from the burrito bake anyway, so it just worked out. Sometimes you just need easy food. Okay, so today is Wednesday evening, and for Dustin we're doing Brussels sprouts and tortellini. I am having fruit because I am avoiding the Brussels sprouts that I really don't like. Okay, so it is a couple of days later after making that burrito bake, and there was a lot of the leftover rice and rotel and hamburger and beans mixture. It didn't require a whole lot for the bake itself, so I had a lot of that left over, and we've been eating other things for dinner every night, and the leftovers just didn't really get eaten. So instead of wasting them, since I know my husband will eat them, I made them, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I made them into burritos. See if I can adjust that for the camera a little bit better. made them into burritos, and basically I just took the mixture, added some cheese and sour cream, rolled them up into tortillas, and now I have 5 burritos to go in the freezer to warm up whenever he would like. Since I wasn't a big fan of the spiciness of this recipe, he can have them all to himself. But this way, they won't go to waste. Okay, so this is today's dinner. It is Thursday, and this is bacon mac and cheese. My husband doesn't like bacon. I know. He doesn't like it very much. So this is all me. He decided he wanted leftovers tonight, so I got to make this wonderful dish. Excited to dig in. Right. These eggs have been sitting in the fridge for a while. I've frozen some eggs, but still had quite a few left. So instead of letting them go bad, they're going to be a part of tonight's dinner, along with probably some leftovers as well. So stay tuned to see what these become. Okay, so this is Friday night's dinner. We have leftover tortellini as well as mini chicken pot pies and heavenly egg. Alright, if you're watching this far into the video, I'm guessing you liked what you saw. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up so more people will be able to see it. And give me a subscribe so that you can know when I put out new videos. I would love to hear from you in the comments. I'll see you next time.